Palestinian, was born in Amman, Jordan. She was subjected to a strip search. Really, they put her in a room, separate from anybody else, from anything else, for hours. They searched her, like every inch of her body. She told me that she was, the minute they left her alone, her tears were just coming down her cheeks.
I studied in the United States for college and for graduate school. Was that we had to renew our identity documents and our permits, and if we didn't, they would expire and we would lose our right to return to our home. Now, every memory I have associated with that trip was one of absolute misery, and the policy or practice that stands out the most in my mind was this one of strip searching.
I am a Palestinian American attorney. I live in Portland, Oregon. We were separated, and I was asked to go with a uniformed officer. And she asked me to undress. And I must have hesitated because she asked me again. And having grown up in a Christian family in Nazareth, I was quite modest. She took off my top, I helped to take off my pants, and didn't really say much of anything. And she had me turn around. She felt my legs, my behind. So there I was as a 10-year-old in this little room, just about completely naked, and knew that I could not challenge what was happening. And I just complied. It just feels, sitting here as an adult, but as a child, I really shouldn't have had to go through that.
I was born in Englewood, New Jersey, and I was raised in Cliffside Park, New Jersey, which is where I still live. It's a 1 square mile town, 10 minutes out of Manhattan. I was student council president, editor of my yearbook. I remember being 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, being strip searched. I remember being really little and being strip searched and having them have me take off my pantyhose, and because I had cerebral palsy, not being able to put the pantyhose back on.
I remember I was about maybe 12 and you know, feeling uncomfortable, having to remove my shirt and or my undershirt, because she had said you can't keep your undershirt on, you have to also remove that. And I remember thinking, you know, how audacious it was at the time. What purpose could it all, you know, serve for me to remove my undershirt other than to embarrass me, you know? And I was crying and pleading with my mother to ask her.
I'm a stand-up comic. I travel all over the United States. I fly 3-4 times a week. If I was on any watch list, as soon as security saw my name, they flagged me. Then they took me to strip search me. I said, well, listen, I need a maxi pad right now. One of the Israeli security females, when they confiscated my stuff and wouldn't give me a maxi pad, started crying. And she had her security tag like taken off of her neck, and she was sent away. There's nothing more horrifying or embarrassing you can do to a woman than have her sit there and bleed all over herself. I said, will you at least admit that you're doing this to me because I'm of Arab descent? And she said, yes. It made me feel like they're above the law. There's nothing they can't do. If they've gotten to the point where they cannot give a girl in a wheelchair her maxi pad, there's really nothing that's sacred. There's nothing that's holy. There's nothing that's safe. There were several women, including the woman who was pushing my wheelchair, none of whom said a word. No one spoke up. No one. No one. No one spoke up. So now I'm embarking on a 12-hour flight in first class, covered in blood, and I get in and the flight attendant just looks at me like with such disgust. As a disabled person, I just felt like it was my worst fear come true, the idea of not being able to take care of myself and just being a mess. I try not to think of being over London and just feeling like I'm not gonna make it, I'm not gonna make it.